Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be resetting for the month of September. So we're going to talk about some of my favorite memories, some high moments, some low moments. We will recap the budget for the month of August, talk about the goals that I set or the tasks that I wanted to complete for the month of August, and talk about what I want to do in the month of September, all of the things. So if that is of interest to you, then please keep watching. So I recently created a monthly reflection sheet. I just create these sheets by myself in Keynote. And so I figured I would make this monthly reflection page just to obviously reflect on the month, but also to make these monthly reset videos more cohesive, because I can kind of, instead of going off the top of the dome, which is what I'm known to do, I can kind of just map everything out, and then we can talk about all of the things whenever I finish filling this out. So I am going to fill this out for the month of August. Okay, so I have reflected on the month of August. What I think I'll do in the future is actually like try to fill this out as the month goes on, because obviously I am able to reflect at the end of the month, but I just feel like this would have been so much better had I done better with this, had this template or reflected somewhere. I just created this template the other day, or at least reflected elsewhere. I normally do it in the Notes app on my iPhone. That's a good place for me to do it, but sometimes I just don't do it. So anyway, let's talk about exactly what went down in the month of August. So for some of my high moments, I wore my hair natural all month, which if you know me, then you know this, it isn't my favorite thing to do, to take care of my natural hair, which it just is what it is. It takes a lot of energy, and to be quite it doesn't take a lot out of me, but I just have to say, when I have my hair in a protective style, that requires practically no energy. So it's a lot of time that I get to spend doing other things that I more thoroughly enjoy. So I got through the month though. I've worn my hair all natural all month. My goal is to make it until my birthday, and then to kind of keep building off of that. Also, the loan forgiveness situation is a high moment. Obviously, I live my life pretty conservatively, so from the outside looking in, it's probably gonna look like I live my life pretty conservatively, and I am aware of that. However, I just think because some people can go on to do certain things doesn't mean that everybody is going to have those same opportunities. I grew up living in poverty, and so obviously, you know, even just my current income, I make over 6 figures now, and being able to get to this place took a lot. People often ask me how I even got to this place, and so not everyone is going to be able to do such a thing. And so for fellow middle-class Americans to be able to potentially become completely student loan debt free, or just not have that burden, is honestly exciting to me. I don't know, I'm just happy for those who will be able to really take advantage of that. For my low moments, we were set to go to the Louisiana Festival, which is an annual festival that Lil Wayne puts on in August, this past weekend, but it was postponed, and we found out about it like an hour before we were about to leave, which I was thankful for, but that was just very annoying. For favorites, I got a new hair color. If you can't tell, I think I got this in July, but it really didn't matter to me or mean much to me, I feel like, until August. That's when I was like, oh my God, I really like this hair color. I got a new iPad case, which I really love. It's really cute. It looks like such. It's white, so, you know, right up my alley. And then, you know, it automatically locks whenever this goes back, and this flips, and then there's a place for the pencil, all kind, you know, it's just a nice little case. So that was one of my favorites. Okay, so for areas of growth, I guess I need to grow with my friendships. I don't even want to talk about it because I just feel like I'll be here all day. But basically, I know confidently that I don't view friendships the way that other people view friendships. I've known this for like 10 years probably. And again, I don't feel like talking about it, but basically I don't know that I think of friendships as, not highly, because I do think of friendships highly. I don't know that they're, like as an example, if I don't talk to one of my friends in a month or 2 months or 3 months, that's not that big of a deal to me. Like, either we're friends or we're not friends. So like, we don't need to, us not talking shouldn't change the way I show up for you as far as how I support you or how you support me or how I care about you or how I have love for you or love you or whatever the case is. But that's not the case for everybody. So I don't know. I'm trying to navigate that. I really, honestly, truly in my heart am not that concerned, but it's kind of like, okay, well, am I going to try to show up for this person better and more to keep the relationship strong because that is what they require, or not? And we'll talk about it another day. Also, I need to study for my clinical exam. I didn't study once in August, which is honestly tragic because I should be studying every day, probably at least doing a few questions every day, and I didn't study at all, so that's tragic. I also did not read. I guess this is kind of tragic for me for August because I was doing so well with both of them, like in July and June, and now I'm not doing so hot. So I need to get back on that in September. It's kind of like I took a month off. Now let's get back to the get back. Let's get back to it in September. Lessons learned. I was trying to think about like some important, cool lessons that I learned, especially being 30 plus, that I can share with others. One lesson that I learned is I learned all about retinol and what it is and what it does and when to apply it, if you're going to apply it in the daytime, when to apply it if you're going to apply it in the nighttime. I learned how you should really try to only apply it in the nighttime. And I learned all about retinol basically because I decided to stop wearing foundation, which is something that I did in August. I don't know that I wore foundation in August at all, maybe once or twice, but I decided to stop in August and I decided to add a retinol. It's not like I was quitting foundation so that I could wear retinol. It's just that I also decided that I would add, kind of up the ante for my skincare routine. And so I added a retinol. So of course I had to do a lot of research about it. There's just so much skincare stuff that I'm just like, I really don't care. Like I do want to take, if there's some small thing, the bottle of retinol was, I don't know, like $10 or less or something. And I'm like, okay, if there are small things that I can do to just more properly take care of my skin and protect it from the sun and the elements, then I want to do that. But I'm not going to be jumping through hurdles and bending over backwards to try to prevent the natural aging process, if that makes sense. But I did have to learn a lot about retinol because I don't just do whatever with my face. I honestly don't really do much to my face. So therefore, whenever I'm doing something new, I have to do a lot of research so I don't mess up anything. I also had a great conversation with a group of social workers, financial social workers in particular, about living wills and all of that. So that was a very great conversation. And that was, I don't know if it's a lesson learned, but it was just something that I learned or I just got a lot of information. And then gratitude. I'm grateful for a lot of different things, but I guess in the month of August, I demonstrated a lot of gratitude for my hair, just in how I managed it and kept it up. And it's dyed now, so I have to add a little extra care, a little extra TLC to it so that I don't kill it, So I just think I showed up and I showed out for her. Her is this thing on the top of my head, my fro. That is her. So I really showed up, and I think that she knows that she is appreciated and that I'm grateful for her. Okay, so let's talk about where our money went in the month of August, and I'm just gonna pop up a screen recording over here. So let's get that rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for income, we brought in $8,818. We actually brought in some cents, but it doesn't show the cents on here for whatever reason. It's very annoying. I don't know. They should fix that, but it doesn't show the actual cents, but $8,818 and some cents, and that came from my full-time job, my husband's full-time job, and then our side hustles, which includes Google AdSense and sponsorships and things of the sort. Really how this works is whatever money we earn in 1 month, like the money that we earned from side hustles in July, we pay ourselves a portion of that in the next month, which in this case was August. So because we don't actually choose to spend all of that money, like it's not a necessity, so there's no real need to spend all of it. We keep a lot of it for business saving and taxes and savings and taxes and stuff like that. So we don't really need all of it, but sometimes we will use more if we see fit. So we did see fit in the month of August. Anywho, moving on to housing. Our mortgage came in at $1,520.99, which is typical. Our security, $51.47. Pest control, $46. Electricity, $246.21. Cable, $35, which is Sling TV. Phone bill, which is through Mint Mobile. We did have a phone bill and we paid up 3 months for August, so you won't see a phone bill again until November, I think. Amazon Music, we finally upgraded from the $4.99 plan or whatever to the most expensive. I don't know if it's the most expensive, but it's expensive if you ask me. But the beauty in it is that from our phones through the, I'm not going to say Alexa. I thought Alexa. I thought I was, but I'm not. I was going to not do it so your thing wouldn't go off, but I'm not going to say that. Through the Amazon Music app, we can access however many songs that we want to now, and with our devices, we can access all of the songs that we want to now. Before that, we couldn't, so now we can. So anyway, we paid for the regular amount, which was $4.99, and then we decided, well, I actually accidentally upgraded, but anyway, $16.74. Moving forward, I think it's $14.99 or something. I don't know. It's something like that. Internet through AT&T, $60.80. Netflix, $9.99. Water and sewer, $61.84. I know some people pay this quarterly or every other month. We pay ours monthly. And my husband is a Georgia educator, so he pays for a bunch of different things for like protection and stuff like that. And it is $50.83 every month. For shopping, we spent $2,282.92, which is honestly annoying, but it's quite typical with inflation. If I just think about groceries, so if you don't know, shopping includes gas for our cars, and we technically have 3 of them, pet food, pet treats, and things of the sort, groceries, date nights, eating out, which is kind of one and the same typically, literally anything that anything but a bill, pretty much, is essentially what it comes down to, is what comes from the shopping category. So even, I was just telling my husband, I'm like, look at the going rate for our groceries now. These are the same groceries. We just spent like $2.15 for a week's worth of groceries. I feel like it's not even that much stuff, literally, and it's a lot of money. So if you just do 2, 4, 6, 8, depending on which day of the week we shop, so we're spending anywhere from $800 to $1,000 just on groceries. Again, this is an inflated amount. We normally, like pre-pandemic or whatever, I think we spent like $100 to $125. So this is honestly out of control. Gas for our cars, more expensive now. Everything is more expensive. And so again, quite annoying, but it's the life that we are forced to live. Our pets, we pay for like a health insurance kind of thing for her each month, $57.35. Life insurance, $42.19 for the both of us. Car payment, $314.34. We are 4.5 years away from paying off that. If we only make the minimum payment, we are thinking of having it paid off in 2 years. So essentially maybe putting like $1,000 towards it. We just got it last year and it's a 2021. So that's the thing, but we'll have to figure out what our new plan is going to be, but I'm thinking that might be the case. Also, we are financing some furniture, which is a little weird, but it's interest free and it'll be paid off in a few months. By a few months, I think I told y'all November or December. I think November is when we will have it paid off if we don't pay it off sooner than that. But at the going rate, if we keep putting $200 towards it, that's when it'll be paid off. For retirement, we put an extra $2,000 towards retirement via our financial advisor. So 500 of that went to my Roth IRA, 500 went to my husband's Roth IRA, 1,000 went to our joint brokerage. We also invested other ways as well, that those ways are not reflected here. And because a lot of times we use the business income for that. And then of course we invested through our jobs, sinking funds. So this category is a little tricky. So either the money was spent or the money was saved, but either way, I have to track it the same way. Well, I choose to track it the same way, whether it was spent or saved. So I'm not going to run through those, but just know that vacation was a little high. That was me kind of like the August portion-ish of my Miami trip. And also home maintenance was high and not expected. We actually had to take from some of the other accounts just to account for home maintenance because the air conditioner and some of that, this is only, I think, the August portion. We also had to pay the other amount in July, at the end of July. So hot mess when it comes to sinking funds and home maintenance and vacation. Also, my mother-in-law's birthday was in August. I went ahead and I purchased my husband's birthday gift in September, in August. And then, let's see, my husband did some back to school shopping in August. And that's pretty much it. Is that everything? I think that is pretty much it. Yeah. So that's kind of where all that money went. And with our sinking funds each month, either the money is saved or it's spent, which I know that sounds confusing, but whenever we actually build up our sinking funds more and we're not putting money in to take it right back out, which is sort of the case for a lot of people and what people choose to do, but we're actually trying to more so build it up to a place where we're not taking money out all the time. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'll do a video on it to further explain, but that is where our money went in the month of August. Let's talk about our goals, our financial goals. For investing an additional $2,000, we did do that. I'm going to highlight it, like check it off with the highlighter. I did research our birthday ideas, so we both know what we want to do for our birthday in September, for our birthdays. So that makes it way easier when it came to budgeting for September to kind of figure out what we want to do. So we already did that. Exciting. Did purchase my mother-in-law's gift, and we did take her out to dinner too, but I wanted to kind of focus on, but she took the gift back and then she got the money for it. Well, she decided she didn't want the gift, so we took it back and then we just gave her the money for it. And we did finalize our New Orleans trip, but the thing is, it was canceled, so that doesn't matter. We did not add our truck to our auto insurance. Again, we will do that whenever the truck moves from our parking lot, our driveway. We did invest 15% of our paychecks. We did pay our credit card, which is a monthly thing. If we spend on the credit card, we need to pay it off, obviously. We did not purchase patio materials, maybe in September. I think that's been on our goal list for like 4 months. And then we did purchase our puppy girl. That's another thing. Our puppy girl did have a third birthday in the month of August. So those are all of our financial plans or financial goals. As always, I already did a September budget with me video, and I went over our budget and our bills and all of the things. I feel like that is very detailed each and every month. So check it out if you are interested in seeing how much we are projected to bring in the month of September and how much we're projected to spend in the month of September. Okay, so now that we have talked about our finances and all of the things, it's now time to talk about our personal goals. We will talk about we will talk about what I accomplished in the month of August, and then we will set some goals for the month of September and we'll go over those. So let's go do that now, and then I think that's going to be it for today's video. I also filmed a plan with me for September where I did my screensavers and talked about content planning and like the actual planning portion. This is more so like goal reflection, recapping the month kind of thing. It's more like a recap of August and like a reset-ish for September and less of planning. I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyway, let's go do some goal reflecting, some more goal reflecting, and some goal setting. Okay, lose 3 pounds. I did do that. Yay for me. I did not reschedule nor study for my exam. I did work on my planner. If you don't know, I am in the process of creating my own planner. The planner is supposed to perfectly fit my needs, and because I have been sharing it and using it, people have been asking if I'm going to sell it and when it'll be available, and I have no aversion against selling it, but I cannot even fathom to tell you when it will be completed. My goal is that I'll have it completed by maybe end of September or beginning of October, but I really don't work on it that much. So we'll have to see. I do want it to, really I'm kind of working on tweaking it and making sure it flows properly, adding new templates every day, that kind of thing. So stay tuned for that. I did not secure 2 sponsorships. In fact, I secured 0 sponsorships, which currently means that as of right now, none of my videos that I have planned for September will be sponsored, which is perfectly fine, because even if they do, I don't film that far in advance, but even if they were to be sponsored, I would just, like I always do, try to fit the sponsorship into a video that I'm already planning to record. That's pretty much how that works. So I don't stop or pause content creation for a sponsorship. I just do my thing, and if sponsorships align or pop up, then they do. Anyway, I'm gonna give myself, I think I'm gonna check this one off because I pretty much did that. I did not complete the patio makeover, did not complete any home projects, although I'll probably copy over a lot of these for September, truly, because some of these I do want to accomplish in September, because like I want the shelf in the bathroom hung before September, because I want to put a little fall decor on that. So we need to get on that. I do not have a new job, such as life, and I did do a lot of honestly, you guys, August was so fun. I think it was the best month of my entire life. Like, I can't lie, it was that grand. So anyway, let's set some goals for September. Okay, so let's talk about what just happened. So basically, I set my goals for the month, and I put my goals in my goal portion of my planner, but then I just kind of leave that there for reflecting and just being able to look back on that at a future date, because I want my goals or my overarching tasks to be front and center and for me to see it every day. I then copy everything and I paste basically my goals page, essentially is what I'm doing, to the like my monthly planner. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I do. That is what seems to work best for me. So it's kind of like I have my goals in two different places. But let's talk about these goals. Okay, so first of all, for my goals, like if I were to just tell you my goals in life, I would tell you that I want to continue to get my body to a healthier state, which involves working out, eating healthy, all that kind of stuff. I also want to have to become a mother, and then I want to retire early if at all possible. So those are my three overarching goals. Everything that I do is to try to help me to get closer to them, and I'm taking small steps, but basically it's kind of like retiring at 50. We actually know what we need to do to retire at 50, so we take steps each and every day, each and every week, each and every month to get there, but those steps are almost automated. I don't have to do like jump through hoops and hurdles to make that happen necessarily. I don't know if that makes any sense. So whenever I'm setting goals, it's not like I already know what my main goals are. So anything beyond that is just something that I would like to do that may not be related to my overarching goals. I hate to say that I don't know if that makes sense, but my big goals in life are, you know, things that I'm working towards, but they don't, I guess what I'm saying is I'm well on my way to meeting those goals. So even to become a mother, the only thing that stands between me and that is getting pregnant, which, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? So all of my goals, I guess, are kind of like tasks and to-dos and intentions. That's what I like to call them, rather than larger goals, because I don't have like a lot of larger goals. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure when people see what I'm putting down as goals, which also I sometimes share that they're actually tasks as well, that people are like, wow, those are her goals, like to decorate for fall. I mean, that's nothing stands between me and decorating for fall other than just doing it, because I have the materials to do it. So it's really like a task or an intention, but it is something that I want to do. So from where I'm sitting, it doesn't make it any less of a goal. It's just not some big overarching goal, because I know what those are. I have 3 goals. Also want to be a grandma too, but I have to be a mom first, and then hopefully I can be a grandma. But that is, I just keep those at the forefront of my brain at all times. And I don't know, I just wanted to explain that. So anyway, I want to lose 3 pounds in September. I think in July, I aimed for 2. That went well, so I aimed for July. Or for August, I aimed for 3. I think anywhere between like 2 and 4 is really going to be realistic for me. Well, anywhere between like 2 and 8 is what's going to be realistic. So I just set the bar low pretty much, and then hope for the best that I lose like 5 or 6 or whatever. And as you can see, a lot of these goals were pulled over from August. I also want to reschedule and study for my exam, work on my planner, secure 2 sponsorships, which is my goal every month. 2 is like the maximum. Anything beyond 2, I'm going to be stressed and annoyed. So I can really only work on 2 sponsored pieces of content. Oh, I lied. I just lied to y'all. I do have a sponsorship. And now for September, I'll need to secure 1 more. So just wanted to point that out there. Going to keep my same social media goal. Going to keep the goal to complete the patio makeover. Going to keep the goal to complete home projects. I have a goal now for decorating for fall. And I also want to do a fall giveaway, kind of like a end of the year giveaway. Maybe, hopefully it aligns. I don't think I'll be at 100,000 by the end of the year, but hopefully the giveaway, I want to kind of plan it out because I want it to be pretty major, especially since I haven't done one in a while. So I want to give away something really cool, or a really cool amount of money. And hopefully it aligns with when I hit 100,000 subscribers. That would be cool and ideal. But anyway, those are the tasks, goals, intentions, whatever that I have for myself for the month of September. I am not one who, first of all, September is my birthday month. I kind of just chill and relax and take it easy in September naturally. So honestly, if I don't do anything in September, I want to decorate for fall. Like if I don't do anything else on here, it would be fine for me. It will be okay by me as long as I get to decorate for fall, because I'm excited to do that. But yeah, me and goals, we get along pretty well because I don't put a lot of pressure on myself. Honestly, I'm probably more kind to myself than the average person. Like, I don't engage in negative self-talk or put myself down or whatever the case is. You know, I know what my areas of growth are and where I could be stronger and better, but I don't really beat myself up about anything. So if I don't do something, then I just roll it over. It's not that I don't want to do it anymore just because I don't do it. It's just that life did not allow for me to do it. So the goal is going to have to roll over to the next month. The task will roll over to the next month. The intention will roll over to the next month. So I look at my goals almost from a positive perspective. Like, these are the things that I get to do and that I'm able to do. I'm privileged enough to be able to do. And if I get them done, that's wonderful. And if I don't, then I'll just try again another day. So that's pretty much how I view it. Okay, you guys, so we have come to the end of this video. I know confidently that I've been talking for at least an hour. This video is probably 2 hours long before I edit it. And normally that's just kind of when I quit my reset videos. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of talking. Literally, I will have to finish anything else that I need to do to prep for the new month on my own, because I just can't. Like, I've normally drank all my water by the time that I'm tired of talking in these videos. So that's going to be it for today's video. I am excited to be moving into the month of September, and I will be back in about a month to reset for the month of October. Be sure to check out my September budget video that I posted 2 videos back, and then also check out my September plan with me in my digital planner, sharing how I reset my planner for the month. That was the video right before this one, and I will see you guys right back here in a few days in a new video. Bye, guys.